Let's start with what is a game jam. A game jam is an event where small teams get together and make a game over a very short period of time. Locomojam is that, but on a train. So we've been travelling from Brisbane and we're just outside of, I don't even know where, we're somewhere in New South Wales, heading to Melbourne for Melbourne International Games Week. We've got about 50 of us making games, mostly video games. Oh, hello.
I'm Kirk. Hello.
I'm Alex.
We're using some pocket chips and we're running it in Pico 8.
Oh no. I'm down to 15%. On
Which,
camera, no less.
Yeah, well, thankfully it runs on a nice little mobile battery.
We've been travelling since very early Friday morning whilst making games, and it looks like we're going to have 16 brand spanking new games to play at PAX this weekend at our Locomojam booth. The train that we're on right now is built in 1983. There are no PowerPoints. We are mostly video game developers. This has led to a lot of innovation, and that is probably one of the most interesting things about a jam, is working to whatever constraints you're given.
We've decided on a sort of conspiracy theory simulator where we're literally connecting the red lines to things.
Have you run out of power yet?
No, not yet.
I'd say this is probably the most technically constrained jam I've ever done.
Oh, where's the reaper? I mean, we've done a lot of jams, so we've always been pretty, not over-scoping stuff.
We haven't even taken up a whole carriage, so I do keep wondering what the civilians are thinking of us all. Go, sorry, you're fine. But they seem to be coping quite well, or possibly pretending none of it's happening at all. We've got people working across multiple engines and platforms, and of course some board games too. I think the board game people might be onto something there.
I'm Steve Williams, more commonly known in the games industry as Sly. Long-time game dev, first-time jam. I thought, why not choose the hardest ones possible? Then every other jam after this is going to be a breeze. So I'm taking various freely available poems by Edgar Allan Poe and Walt Whitman, and it'll show them in random arrangement, and you have to rearrange the lines, and then it can say the poem back to you in the order that you've given it, which could be some interesting arrangements.
That deep swans and friends of mine.
So yesterday we spent 16 hours on the train. Please go through, it's fine.
Thank you.
But it's been amazing watching the scenery change. We've been through sugar canes, we've been through tropical rainforests, we're out in the farmlands, burnt out areas where there's been bushfires. Part of why we did this is looking at the environmental aspects of all the things that we're doing as humans on this planet. There are a lot of people here who are keen to not catch the plane to yet another conference, and being exposed to what's actually happening out the window has been pretty eye-opening as well.
So I'm Mel. I mainly do narrative design usually, but right now I'm working on a game called Earth on the Line, where you have to save Earth by sorting trash. And since we all are here because we want to decrease our carbon footprint and save the environment, I thought that would be a good theme for a train jam. I guess the biggest problem is not having PowerPoints on Australian trains, which I'm not used to because I'm from Germany. But it's also a fun challenge because not having internet and not having power means that we have to communicate more and share our batteries, and it's actually a really cool sense of community here on the train, and I love it. It's awesome. It's the best game jam I ever did.
On the first day of the game jam, I had everything previously worked out with my programs, everything. Then I pressed Windows, told Windows to update when I shut my computer down on Friday night. I opened it up on the train during the game jam, and literally Windows had uninstalled half my programs and messed up my entire file system from that update. So that was great. That was fun. Basically, I only managed to start working the game around about 3 p.m. yesterday, because that whole time I was going to every single network and trying to get to download this. It was like only a 50 megabyte file, but because the network kept dropping out constantly, it would stop and then corrupt itself. Yeah, but hey, it got downloaded and...
Come on, do the Locomojam with me.